2017, we as a church, we really touched not just our city or our state, our nation, but we impacted our entire world. And I can tell you that we are so proud of what we were able to accomplish as one body this past year.
And we want to talk about what we accomplished in 2017 in this video. We want you to see, because as we launched 2018 in the vision, we want to make sure that we also talk about what was the victories that we had, right? And I could tell you what, we talk about our church being involved in the community. We're so proud, Pastor Scott and I are, of how many of our church members rolled up their sleeves and got involved in our community. We had a tremendous amount of people involved in over 80 outreach events.
Touch it. And you couldn't, I don't even know how many people were involved in it.
That's more than one a week.
That's a lot.
And so that's what this is going to be about. So enjoy this.
In 2017, volunteers worked to prepare and serve over 300 meals, as well as supply pre-made lunches, clothes, and blankets to Paz de Cristo, which helps change the lives of those struggling with hunger and poverty in East Valley. To help homeless men, women, and children survive triple-digit temperatures, Living Word, in partnership with Phoenix Rescue Mission Code Red, collected over 9,000 bottles of water and over 150 heat relief packages for the homeless in Mesa and Phoenix. That's 7,000 more bottles than last year.
Volunteers from Living Word served at the annual Salvation Army Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, where we served more than 3,500 pounds of turkey, 2,000 potatoes, 1,500 pounds of stuffing, and 7,000 pieces of pie. We all love pie. All of this was served at a free dinner that fed over 5,000 people.
As of December 2017, there was over 16,000 children in the foster care system in Arizona. Through the Living Word Foster Initiative, we helped pack over 300 baby boxes and also helped to procure and deliver 4 pallets of baby food to the Department of Child Services. And our youth outreach collected over 400 bags of toiletries for children in the foster care system. Every month in 2017, our volunteers cleaned the Department of Child Services offices in Tempe. We partnered with Eagles Pathway to start teaching our Aging Out curriculum to foster homes around the valley. We also hosted their Let It Snow event here at our Mesa campus. And during that event, we had snow, we had sledding, we had a petting zoo, we had a car show. But what this event was about was to bring awareness to the foster care program of kids aging out here in Arizona. In our annual backpack drive, we gave out over 500 backpacks to foster care kids in the system, as well as to the less fortunate in the Mesa School District. Thanks to the generosity of Living Word members, we were able to give out over 1,500 gifts in our Angel Tree program that included single moms, foster kids, and other community agencies.
Dear friends at Living Word, thank you for your amazing generosity to our family again. Each year, my kids have been greatly blessed by your thoughtful giving. Thank you, and may God richly bless you.
We supported CPC of Greater Phoenix for their Life Path program that partners mentors with young men and women that can benefit from their wisdom and experience. With our Thanksgiving food drive, we provided full Thanksgiving dinners to over 60 families in our community.
Thank you so much for all this wonderful donations. Our families are going to be so excited.
At our Afternoon of Hope, we helped over 130 single moms in our community learn that they possess innate value and that their community sees their worth. As a single mom, I can tell you how important this event is. And looking at the bigger picture, moms with hope raise children who hope. We were able to bless each mom with a Christmas gift for both herself and her children.
So in 2017, we began our witnessing school, which is a 4-week course that teaches effective ways to share the good news of Jesus. We had 47 graduates creating more than 300 hours of witnessing in our local neighborhoods, streets, and parks.
Since 2011, our church in Scottsdale has been on the move. After meeting in hotels, conference centers, and even another church, it has been constantly changing. We are finally able to move into a permanent facility in July. We finished the new sanctuary build-out in September and continue to see growth. We also began a revitalization project at our Mesa campus. We completely updated our foyer to a modern contemporary look, adding new paint, carpet, wood trim, and stainless steel. Most of the labor for the foyer remodel was donated. We also resurfaced our parking lot and upgraded many of the parking lot lights to energy-efficient LED lighting.
In December, we partnered with Christmas with a Cause. At this event, we worked with over 2,000 individuals from rehabilitation centers, halfway houses, families, and many people who are well below the poverty line. Without this event, many of them wouldn't have had a Christmas. Our prison ministry is reaching inmates with the gospel of Jesus Christ, and lives are being transformed. We have sewn hundreds of books and Bibles into the prisons in Arizona, as well as started a video service every Sunday in Eloy. Every month we send out hundreds of newsletters to inmates around the state. With these newsletters, we hope to build their faith and help build spiritual growth within them.
We partnered with Backpacks for Kids Arizona to create 300 love bundles for foster care and homeless. You may ask, what's a love bundle? A love bundle is a backpack or a duffel bag that's filled with hygiene supplies, a blanket, socks, a toy, and these are given to children to help provide comfort for them during difficult times. Love bundles help children who are either entering foster care, homeless children, and children whose families have limited resources.
Harvest America was a coordination of hundreds of churches coming together to bring the life-changing message of the gospel in their community. 38,000 people were in attendance, and over 3,000 rededications and salvations happened at the end of the night. Living Word made a great impact with over 100 volunteers and 400 in attendance. As a follow-up church, we were able to connect with those who made a decision for Christ, encouraging them and inviting them to church.
In 2017, Hurricane Harvey wreaked havoc in Texas. We raised over $28,000 and sent clothes, food, and medical supplies to a partner church that directly assisted in the hands-on relief effort in Corpus Christi, Texas. We also supported Kingdom Youth Conference's Jamaica Missions Conference. This was an event that combined powerful worship and dynamic teaching. They equipped students, youth workers, and volunteers to become disciples of Jesus Christ. The gospel was presented to 6,000 children and youth. Many made the decision to follow Christ.
Hey Living Word, it's Ryan with Kingdom Youth, and I want to thank you guys so much for sending us into all of the world to preach the gospel to the students everywhere. We know that the enemy is trying to take our students, but we're not going to let them. Thank you so much for standing with us.
Feed My Starving Children, an outreach that we continue to support, is where we hand-pack meals specially formulated for malnourished children and then sent to partners around the world where they're used to operate orphanages, schools, clinics, and feeding programs, dedicated to breaking the cycle of hunger and poverty. Living Word was part of packing 54,000 meals in 2 separate events. That's 20,000 more than last year.
Where we're headed, Gulu, ultimately, where we're building these places, is still very tribal. Villages of people, very much spread out. Not a lot of people own cars, a lot of dirt roads. So we've driven out to this community, and this is actually where we're going to, this is the site where we're going to be putting in a church and a school and water. And it's a village, very rural, out in the middle of nowhere. Each night the crowds grew from hundreds and into the thousands. We handed out candy to the kids. The local churches supplied some worship groups from the city that drove out with us and did worship. And then I would preach. We would lay hands on the sick. We saw amazing miracles. We even saw a demon-possessed woman completely set free. It was incredible. God moved in a mighty way. And then we made our announcement and broke ground, dedicating that land to the Lord, and they truly are Living Word Church family. So this is basically a replica of what it is we'll be building. As you can see, it's being a school right now, and the kids just got out for lunch, but it'll be a church on the weekend.
Okay, this is one of our classrooms, and we are trying to uplift the standard in the government school, where we have is a mud floor and no desks and things like that. And then here we are trying to make sure to have a solid sound infrastructure with the desks, classrooms, and then even a high quality cleanliness. so that children can expose to that when they come, and so they can take this standard with them to their homes and then into their lives.
So what's extraordinary to me is that this facility is built into the community, into the village itself.
In 2017, together as church family, you were a part of thousands of salvations and rededications at all Living Word locations. Hundreds were baptized in water and in the Holy Spirit, and more than 2,000 Bibles were given away.
Thank you so much, Living Word Bible Church, for being impactors, being a group of people who impacted our city, our state, our nation, and our world.
Yeah, we're not just talking about the love of Christ. This is a church that's out there doing it. And it's impressive. I mean, I just watch it and I just like, wow. I'm so thankful. You know, not any one of us could accomplish the multiplication that God is showing with the fish and the loaves that Living Word Bible Church is. And so we want to thank all the support of our church family. We're so grateful for you. You make this possible. And I would just encourage you to stay in touch with what's going on at livingwordoutreach.com.